Hello dear students, this is Neha Sharma. I hope you are doing good. So today we are heading towards part number 2 of adjectives and degrees of comparison. As you know dear kids, in our previous videos we have learnt about adjectives and the position of adjective 2 and first kind of adjective, that was descriptive adjective. So let's have a quick recap of all these things, that adjectives are the words which describes the noun and the pronoun, or which tells us something special about that noun and the pronoun in the sentence. So those are known as describing words too. If we'll talk about the position of the adjectives, we learnt that we can find adjectives at two places. One is attributive and the second is predicative. So when we learnt attributive, we found that after attributive, when we have adjectives, so after that we have nouns, right? So that position is known as attributive adjective. And when second one is predicative position, so that is what, when the qualities of the noun or the describing words are after the verbs be, that is what is, am, are, was, were, and after that what is the become, seem, look, okay, and appear. If these linking verbs are there and the adjectives are appearing after those verbs, so that is what attributive adjectives. After that we learnt about first kind, as I told you in the last video also, that the kinds of adjectives are divided into two parts. One is what? One is descriptive and second is restrictive. So we completed descriptive, that is having only one part, that is adjective of quality, and we learnt that what about the thing is, what kind of the noun or the pronoun we are talking about, right? So that is called adjective of quality. So dear kids, today we have to start the second part of adjectives, that is restrictive adjective, and this is having 9 kinds as we have discussed earlier. One we have done already. So this I have given here number 2, that is adjective of quantity, adjective of number, demonstrative adjective, distributive adjective. 6th one is interrogative adjectives. 7th one is possessive adjective. So in your book it is given, I think, up to here, but we will cover all the kinds: proper adjectives, emphasizing adjectives and relative adjectives. So let's talk about the first kind of restrictive adjectives, that is adjective of quantity. So what do you mean by the word quantity? Quantity is what? How much. See, what is it? How much. That these we can just frame the question with this how much, this expression, and whatever the answer will be, so that will be adjective of quantity, right? Next one we will do adjective of number. So there is a difference between adjective of number and adjective of quantity, whether both the things are used to count something, but here we will not get the sure number, the exact number, right? But here we will get the exact number, or what is the another way, what is the another difference that we will learn here. So adjective of quantity, we are talking about how much. Such adjectives which tell us how much of a thing is intended, those are known as adjective of quantity. Let's understand with the help of example. There is a little milk in the jug. So when we talk about, as I told you in the last video also, that whenever we want to get the adjectives, we will see first thing is what? Noun. If nouns are missing, then we have to see the linking verbs like be form, become, appear, look and seem. So here we can see there is a little milk in the jug. Here we can find out two nouns, right? One is jug and one is milk. But right now we have to concentrate on what? We have to concentrate on adjective of quantity. So which noun is following the, which is having the quantity, so that we have to see. See, jug is there, before that there is the, and the is what? That is not adjective, that is determiner, right? So that this jug will not give us our question. Second is there is a little milk. So milk is a noun which is, and this word little is telling us the quantity, that how much milk we have. So how much milk we have, this milk is working as noun, and this word little is telling us how much, right? So this word is adjective here. And which kind of adjective this is? Adjective of quantity, right? Second one, when we talk about he spent all his wealth. He spent all his wealth. So which word is telling us about the quantity? It is what? Wealth is noun, we are talking about wealth here, and spent all his wealth. So this word all is telling us how much wealth he spent. So that is what? All. Next, he has much money to spend. Here it is money. Money is what? Noun. And much money, how much? So the answer is what? Much here. So this much is working as an adjective of quantity. She has enough money. Money is what? Noun. And this enough money, how much money she has? Enough money. So this word enough is telling us the answer of adjective of quantity. She has some rice. Rice is what? Noun, and here it is some. So how much rice she has? It is what? Some. She did not eat any food. She did not eat any food. Food is what? Noun, and any is telling us how much food he ate, right? So this is what? This is adjective of quantity. When we will do the differences between adjective of quantity and number, we will find out that the nouns which here we are using, I am talking about nouns here, okay? So all those nouns which will be used here after these adjectives of quantity, all those nouns will be uncountable nouns. See, milk is uncountable, wealth is uncountable, money is uncountable, rice is uncountable, and food is uncountable, right? So this is what? This is adjective of quantity. But when we will talk about adjective of number, the nouns which we will use here, those are countable nouns, okay? So this is the difference when we will get how much of something. There we have to use uncountable nouns, and when we have to count the number, adjective of number, there we have to use this phrase, use this expression how many, right? So how many we will do, and the answer will be what? In the number. It may be few, it may be little, but actually what is it? It is written with the countable nouns. So this is number and this is quantity, because some of the words which are same, like some, you can get here also and here also, right? But if it is some friends, then it is what? It is number, right? But if it is some rice, so rice is what? Uncountable, then it is quantity. Clear? So this is the basic difference. I hope you understood this one. Now let's talk about adjective of number. So such adjectives which tell us how many persons or things are meant, that is known as adjective of number. So what I have told you here, I have told you already that here which kind of nouns we will get? We will get countable nouns, and here in the quantity we will get uncountable nouns. So let's understand with the help of example. Here are 10 rupees for you. So when we talk about the noun here, that is what? Rupees, right? Rupees is what? Uncountable or countable? This is countable. But money is what? Money is uncountable, right? Here rupees is countable. So this what 10 is telling us how many rupees? It is answering 10 rupees. So this is what adjective of number. He is 60 years of age. Now this 60 is what? Telling us years. Okay, describing the years. This years is what? Year and then years. It is countable. So this is working as, this is answering how many. So this is what? Adjective of number. Next one, I have many friends. See, this word you will now say it is the not exact number is given, but many is given, right? So see, when this many is having what? Friends, and friends is what? Countable. So after countables we have before countable we have many, right? So this word many is working as adjective of number, right? Okay, but here this many will be, you know, substituted with much, right? Like much money, much work, something like that. But this many word is you know, for countable, and this is working as adjective of number here, because friend and friends, right? So many friends means what is this? This is adjective of number. Her mother bought some dolls. Here this word some is telling us about the number, that some dolls. But here in the sentence also we have used some, that is rice, right? So rice is what here? This is countable or uncountable? This is uncountable. So before that if some is written, that is adjective of quantity, but here it is written before the dolls, and doll and dolls we can count, we can have both the forms of that, singular and plural, and this is what? Countable. So here it is what? Some, and some is what? Here that is working as an adjective of number. There are only a few seats. So here word few and seats, right? Few and seats. Seats is what? Countable, and before that this word few is used to count how many seats. So this few is working as adjective of number. All men are mortal. So all men we are talking about here. This men is what? Countable noun, and we are talking about all. So this all is telling us how many men. So this is telling us all. Okay, you may get confused, this all may be here also, in quantity also and in number also, but the difference you have to check if these words are having these you know, the adjectives of such kind like some, all, these are having countables after that, so that will work adjective of number, right? But if these nouns are having these nouns like some and all, if uncountable nouns are written after these words, so that will work as adjective of quantity. That is the basic difference. And when we will count, well, we'll talk about the countable and uncountable. It is what? When singular to plural form, both the forms we are having of, like here doll, dolls. So this is telling us, the sum is telling us about the number, right? But if we are talking about some food, so food is not foods, so there that sum will work as adjective of quantity, right? Let's talk about this all men, men, man and men. So that is what? Singular and plural form both, and this all is being used before this men. So this is what? This is telling a number, right? But if we're talking about all food and all money and all rice, so all these words rice, money and food, these are uncountable, so there that word all will work as adjective of quantity. It is very important to understand the difference. So let's recap that how much will tell us adjective of quantity, and this word how many we will get by using this expression, we will get the adjective of number. And when we will talk about adjective of number, the nouns which we will use here that should be what? That should be countable. And here when we want to answer how much, the nouns here used should be what? The nouns here used should be uncountable or countable. So that is what? Countable. So this is the basic difference between adjective of quantity and adjective of number. Now let's discuss about kind number 4 of adjectives, and the name of this is demonstrative adjectives. So when we talk about demonstrative adjectives, in your mind quickly it comes the words like this, that, these, those. But along with these words, we have some more adjectives in this category of demonstrative adjectives. And please note down, the words are this, that, these, those. Along with it is such, yonder, same. Okay, so these three words also you can add in the list of demonstrative adjectives. Okay, so let's see this, the words which point out which person or a thing or places are meant. So that is known as what? That is known as demonstrative adjectives, right? And please dear students, don't get confused between demonstrative adjectives and pronouns, because earlier too we have done the difference that if we want to get the demonstrative adjective, the only way of get the difference is that after the adjectives there should be a noun, right? And if we are talking about pronouns here in the sentences, so there we will not get the noun after that. Okay, so one thing only you have to keep, which is quite simple, that after these words, if we are getting a noun, that will work as an adjective in the sentence. And if there are adjectives are not there written after these words, so that will be pronoun. Okay, this is the general and very easy way to get the difference. Let's understand with the first example. This boy is very polite, right? Here you can say, here we can find out two adjectives, but right now we are talking about only demonstrative adjectives here. Okay, we are talking about what? Only demonstrative adjectives. So right now we have to concentrate on this, that, these, those, such, same and yonder, Y-O-N-D-E-R. So this boy is very polite, right? You can say polite is also telling us the quality, so that's true, but this is telling us adjective of quality. This is not telling us adjective, demonstrative adjective here. So we will not get this word. If in journal you will be finding, if you will not be given the question that find out the demonstrative adjective, so in that case you can do this, the polite is also working as an adjective, right? But right now we have to do a demonstrative adjective. So here we have to see the word boy, that is what? Noun, right? And before that noun there is what? This is written, and this is categorized as an demonstrative. This is adjective, and what kind of adjective this is? Demonstrative adjective. So this will work as demonstrative adjective here. That girl topped the list. So what is the noun here? Girl is noun, right? And the word which is there, which is describing this is what? That. So that will work as what? That will work as adjective. Here this is adjective. These shoes are for sale. These shoes are for sale. So here shoes, that is noun, and these is what? Describing the shoes, right? So these is what? Demonstrative adjective. Rekha and Rani in the same class. So here class is what? Noun, and the word same, this is telling us demonstrative adjective. He lives in yonder house. So house is what? Noun, and the word yonder, this is telling us the quality, and this is what? That, and this is demonstrative adjective. So please remind the word like this, that, these, those, along with that three words you have to do: same, yonder and such. So total we have to do 7 here. we don't like such things. So things is what here? Noun, and such is telling us about the demonstrative adjectives. So like this we are able to find out the demonstrative adjectives in the sentences. Okay, so please note down the words this, that, these, those, such, same, and then yonder are categorized as demonstrative adjectives. So next come to next kind, that is distributive adjective. So when we talk about distributive adjectives, you may say the words like each, every, either, and neither. Those are what? Adjectives of distributive adjectives, right? And as I told you here too, the differences between pronouns and the adjectives, because both are having the similar names, and you may get confused. When we did this topic pronouns, there also I have told you the difference. Okay, and please remind that if noun is there, so that is adjective. So the words which show the person or the things from a group are taken at one at a time, right? So these words, which one? Each, every, either, and neither. These will act as distributive adjectives, and same words are in the category of pronouns too, but the difference is that you will not get the word every there in the list of pronouns, because every is what? Adjective only. Okay, every is adjective only. So let's understand, each man has his own opinion. Each man has his own opinion. So when we have to find out distributive adjectives, we know that each, every, either, and neither are distributive adjectives. So we have to see, this is what? Noun, man is noun, and this is telling about each, means this each is describing about each man. This is telling about the person which is taken as a, which is a thing from a group and taken at one at a time. So this is each. Each is what here? Distributive adjective. We drink tea every day. So this every is what? Every is what here? That is adjective. Every is adjective, and the noun is which one? Day. Okay. There are trees on either sides of the road. So this word either is acting as adjective, and what is the kind? Distributive adjective it is. Neither, because side is there, that is noun. Neither books was interesting. So neither book was interesting. So it is, we are talking about book, right? So neither is what here? That is telling us about the adjective, and the adjective kind, if we will talk about, that is distributive adjective. So here we have to learn, we have learnt that words each, every, either, neither, they are distributive adjectives. But if we'll get the difference between distributive adjectives, that there are adjectives and pronoun. So pronouns, distributive pronouns are only three: each, either, and neither. Every we will not include in pronouns. Okay, so this is very important. Just take the screenshot, note it down, because these are the points which are not given in your book too. So please just make the notes of this and learn for your examination. Thank you very much for this. Rest 4 parts we will discuss, I think 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10 we will discuss in the next part of the video. Thank you very much. Be safe, be healthy.